Yeah, I've been involved in a semi-final at Old Trafford where the same thing happened. The supporters and as well in the final where we lost the final. And when you look round, after supporters had gone, I understand their disappointment, but you see certain teams around the country who, if they get to semi-finals, quarter-finals, and don't quite do it, but their supporters stay there and cheer them right to the end. So I think it was disappointing for the lads. I know it was a terrible day for us all round, but it would have been nice if the boys would have liked to have thanked the supporters. But I can understand their frustrations because we felt it too. Apart from the first 2 games of the season, played fantastic football through the season. And I think we was always going to have a sticky patch. I think if you look at all the teams through the season, they've all had a period where they've not won games. Unfortunately, ours has come at the business end of the season, and so it looks a lot worse than perhaps the teams that have, if we look at Arsenal, because that's what we're talking about. If we look at Arsenal, it's come at a time when Arsenal's accelerating, and we were 12 points or 10 points ahead of them, and so they've caught us. But we've just had our bad period at the wrong time of the season, really. Yeah, any striker, and he's got 16 goals in 20 games, believe it or not, this season. And when you look at those stats, you think, how hasn't he played more? But I think, unfortunately, the way we've played this season meant that he's been more of an impact player than actually been able to get a run of games in. And as you said, the Euros are coming up. We're struggling for strikers at the moment, so he is chomping it a bit to get on the field and get a run of games, so he can put himself in the frame again. And not that I know at the moment. I mean, Addy's on a year-long loan from Manchester City. Whether they look to extend that, I'm not sure. But I think come the start of the season, he'll probably be back at Man City, and it's what the 2 clubs can, if they do or want to come to an arrangement for him to be back there. As far as Jermaine is concerned, I think he's still got a couple of years left on his contract. And the mere fact that we're not blessed in that position ourselves at the club for strikers coming through, I think they'll do their utmost to keep Jermaine there and try to add to it rather than getting rid of.